Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I am an addiction recovery coach and the host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. As an addiction recovery coach, I want to share this about substance abuse, and let me be crystal clear. I want to leave an everlasting impact upon you all. Just imagine being buried alive. Let's say you're laying in a coffin, but you also know you're not dead. You don't know how to open the coffin and push the enormous weight of the dirt above the lid. You think about giving up and waiting for death to arrive. But then you also think about banging on the lid. So maybe you can move or unsettle the dirt that's upon the lid. Maybe someone on top, just maybe, someone might start digging their way down to help you. This is what it's like to find yourself at the lowest point of alcohol and drug addiction. You know you need help. You know you can't do it completely on your own, but you don't know where to seek that help. In reality, there are people who can help you standing nearby the grave, but you just don't realize. You're just laying there waiting for death to arrive. Usually, though, people don't think about death when they are habitually abusing drugs and alcohol. In order to feed an addiction, you must be great at repressing the fear of death. I often ask you, my audience, did it ever cross your mind before using drugs and alcohol that maybe, just maybe, you might overdose? Not only do you hurt yourself by taking your own life then, but you hurt the people that you love most. With this, I want to leave you with one other thought. Do not, and I repeat, do not be the person laying in that coffin, banging on the lid, hoping that someone might hear them. Be the person that takes a step right now, today, as you're watching me. Make a phone call. Seek help. Yell out for help while you still can. You can call me at 844-405-HELP. And I will help you take your life back before your life is gone. There are other people like Larry Geis from the Geis Academy at 516-458-2741. Larry Geis is an addiction recovery coach. He's a life coach. He will help you from your addiction to your recovery step by step. Most life coaches, most addiction recovery coaches always tell you, our clients, that it doesn't matter where you came from. What matters is that you're here right now and you're looking forward to tomorrow, that you're setting up a plan to get the help that you might need, whether it's for addictions for drugs and alcohol, depression, low self-esteem, gambling, addiction to gambling, addiction to any other things like sexual or sex addiction. All those type of things can be dealt with if you deal with them right now, today. Whatever you went through in the past is gone. Hopefully you learned from that, but you can't change that. Larry Geis, with over 30 years experience as an addiction recovery coach, a life coach, will help you take back your life. Give him a call at 516-458-2741. You can also go and Google him at www.odysseyconsultant.org. That's www.odysseyconsultant.org. Let Larry Geis help you take back your life. And let me help take back your life also at 844-405-HELP. GlobalEyeglasses.com. They are focused on saving you money. Folks, they have over 1,200 frames. The frames could be plastic, full frame, half frame, no frame. The lenses are progressives. The lenses are line bifocals, single vision, reading, distance, photochromatic transition, polarized, high index for thinner lenses, shatterproof for you children lenses, anti-reflecting coating for night driving computer work, UV coating for the outdoor protections, scratch coating for you rough ones out there. All available at globaleyeglasses.com, and I have over 30 years experience in the optometry business. Get a hold of me. You can text me at 631-599-0218, and I will help you pick your glasses to make sure that you get the proper lenses that you need. But you have to first start by going to www.globaleyeglasses.com and let them focus on saving you money. Today's topic: 10 ways to ignore the naysayers and follow your passion, whatever your passion might be. It's tough to follow a passion and make it in your life. A lot of people will tell you to forget about following your passion and try to find something that makes money that you don't mind doing. In fact, telling people that following your passion is bad advice seems to be a new trend. Why? Because a lot of people either fail at making their passion into a viable living, or they simply don't know what their passion is. Here are 10 ways to ignore the naysayers and to follow your passion. Number 1 is to talk up your passion. If you let others know what your passion is, you will have a hard time hiding it from it. Find occasions to make presentations about your passion. Are you a nature photographer maybe? Or are you a mountain climber? Maybe you could hold a class at a local library. Do you love to write? Start a writer's group. Getting involved with other people who also love your passion is important in making us feel like it's a worthwhile pursuit. Number 2, be obsessed. I've been obsessed with airplanes for over 30 years. I read about them, I watch videos, I think about it all the time, and when I'm in the car or outside and I see a plane, I stare at the sky for as long as I could see the airplane. And now I try to continue my passion by studying up on airplanes. Obsessions can be good. They can also be bad. So make sure that whatever your passion is, it's a good obsession. As long as you don't ignore your kids, your partner along the way. Set your priorities. Do it for love. You might not be able to support yourself with your passion, at least not in the beginning. And that's okay. Do what you love to do and still have a second job. Don't worry about the money, about your passion, because if it's your passion, it's something that you love to do. While it's true that money will often follow, you will need to do something to pay the bills in the meantime, so make sure that you have a backup plan. Try and find a job doing something close to what you love to do besides your passion. Number 4 is keep hope alive. Okay, this might sound a little cheesy, I know, but even during my darkest days, I always had a glimpse of hope. That glimmer of hope is very important. This helped me get through some really long days and even helped me sleep at night. If you can't follow your passion right now, for whatever reason you might have, don't ever give up. And don't give up hope. Do the little things. Visit related websites of people who are doing whatever your passion is. Keep learning by reading their websites, by reading their books, or taking classes in your passion, of your passion in the field, maybe at a local library or something. Number 5, easy doesn't do it. Easy is getting a job at an ice cream shop in town. Becoming a professional golfer is hard, so if that's your passion, it might be a little hard to get to. Really hard. If your passion, your true passion, is how you want to spend your days, then it's how you need to spend your days. There's an old saying, how we spend our days is how we spend our lives. If you truly love something, then doing the hard work, even the little tedious things, doesn't really seem that hard because you love to do it. Number 6, face the odds. Many people in my life probably think of telling me that the odds that succeeding at doing what I love to do, which is this show, is pretty small, and they probably are, but you know what? In the meantime, I am having a ball, because when I help you, I help me. These are usually the same people who told me that the odds that I could stay sober were probably pretty small, and look at me now. I smiled pretty big when I reached over 500,000 views so far on all my 780 videos. So that in itself, to me, is succession. Yeah, maybe I didn't make it big on TV, but over 500,000 people have seen my video, and even if I only got 1% of that 500,000 to change their life, to me that is succeeding. Don't ever let anyone tell you the odds are against you, or if you are like me, if they do, you'll just want to make it even more and show them you can do it. Number 7 is make it profitable. If you really want to make a living from your passion, then you need to find a way to make it profitable. More people than you think actually do this. Bakers, cake decorators, writers, photographers, all make a living doing something about which is their passion in. Or maybe you can support one passion for another, as I do, because I love optics and I support my show with some of the supplementary income I get from my optics. Number 8 is cultivate passion. Maybe you don't have a passion, or maybe you really enjoy reading all the time, but it's not a passion of yours. Being passionate about something doesn't mean it has to fall from the sky. Maybe you've noticed a need for a certain app in your life. Cultivate that passion by learning how to create the app and promote it. Sometimes hobbies should stay hobbies. but you can take a passion for something and let it lead you to something great. Number 9, don't lose steam. It happens. You start out really enthusiastic for a project, and then over time you lose interest and excitement. We all do that. We're human. Sometimes this is an indication that it's not really what you are meant to do. Maybe it's really not a passion. On the other hand, sometimes you just have to keep plowing forward, even though the tedious things are tedious at times. Even the most exciting jobs and passions, like hosting a show or writing, have tedious times. I know when I'm writing for this show that if I start to bore myself with what I'm writing, then it's time to take a break and start again. Number 10, get to work. It almost seems counterintuitive, but your passion or the thing that you love doing should drive you to work hard for it at all times. No one's going to pay you to sit on your couch and watch TV. If your passion, you might need to cultivate a new one, if that's what it is. Sometimes finding a passion is not the same as finding passion or joy in our work. A passion has to be something that not only you get something out of, but hopefully that some other people might get something out of it, folks. The 10 ways to ignore the naysayers and follow your passion. It's tough to follow a passion and make in your life. A lot of people will tell you to forget about following your passion and try to find something that makes money that you don't mind doing. In fact, telling people that following your passion is bad advice seems to be a new trend. Why? Because a lot of people either fail at making their passion into a viable living, or they simply don't know what their passion is. Here are 10 ways to ignore these naysayers. Talk up your passion. If you let others know what your passion is, you will have a hard time hiding from it. Number 2, be obsessed. I've been obsessed with airplanes for over 30 years. I read about them. I watch videos about them. I look at the sky all the time. So your passion should be an obsession. Be obsessed. My show is a passion of mine. I do at least 8 to 10 hours a day out of my day, each day. Somehow I'm involved in this show. Do it for love. You might not be able to support yourself with your passion, at least not in the beginning. And that's okay. Do what you love to do and don't worry about what other people say. Keep your hope alive. Okay, this sounds cheesy, I know. But even during my darkest days, I had a glimmer of hope. Never ever give up. Always have hope. Number 5, easy doesn't do it. Easy is getting a job at an ice cream store. Becoming a golfer is hard. But if it's your true passion, you have to work hard at it and know that it's going to be an uphill battle. But if it's a passion, you shouldn't mind. Number 6, face the odds. Many people in my life probably think about telling me that the odds of succeeding in this show are pretty slim. And that's okay, and they're probably right. These are usually the same people who told me that the odds that I could stay sober were pretty small, and look at me now. And these are also the same people that don't even realize that I have over 500,000 views on 780 different videos. And to me, that is not failure. To me, that is succeeding. Yes, I might not be your Murray Povich or your Bill Cunningham or your Steve Volkos, but I am Ralf Friedrichs, and I am in your living room. I am in your kitchen. I am in the homeless shelters. I'm in the correction facilities. And if I catch 1% of that 500,000, 1% to help them, that is succession. That is for me to succeed. Make it profitable. If you really want to make a living from your passion, and this is my passion, but I don't make a living from it. However, what I do is I supplement from one job to help this. So you have to have a backup plan. You have to have another job to pay your bills. Cultivate passion. Maybe you don't have a passion, or maybe you really enjoy reading, but it's not a passion. Being passionate about something doesn't mean it has to fall from the sky. You can seize opportunity and cultivate passion too. Number 9, don't lose steam. It happens. You start off really enthusiastic on a project, and after time, things just don't, or they don't appear to be as strong as they used to be. Don't lose the steam. Sit back and sometimes take a break. When I'm writing for this show, There are times where I get bored and I just stop doing what I'm doing. And then start again in an hour or the next day. Don't lose the steam. Don't lose your passion. Stay strong, stay focused. And number 10, get to work. It almost seems counterintuitive, but your passion or the thing that you love doing should drive you to work hard for it. No one is going to pay you to sit on your couch and watch TV. If that's your passion, you might need to cultivate a new one, because nobody's going to do that. Nobody's going to enjoy watching me just talk about nothing. I have to have substance. I have to have a subject. Sometimes finding a passion is not the same as finding passion or joy in our work. Folks, if you're watching me and you're that person laying in the coffin, hoping that somebody might hear you, banging on the lid, do something about it right now. Do something about it. If you need help with an addiction issue, if you need help with low self-esteem issues, depression, reach out to people like Larry Geis at 516-458-2741. Reach out to people like me at 844-405-HELP. And we both, amongst many other addiction recovery coaches and life coaches, will help take your life back. But you need to make that first step. You need to be that person to make the phone call. You need to make the phone call. You need to scream and shout when you need help. Do not wait for people to come helping you without them even knowing about your issue. There is no shame in letting people know that you are an alcoholic and you want help. You are addicted to drugs and you want help. You are depressed and you want help. There is no shame in letting people know. What is shameful is the fact that you're just sitting back and letting your life go by without people even knowing what's happening in your life. Let today be the first day of your new life. Let's all join hand in hand as humans, brothers and sisters, children of God, to help each other. I hope to God, no matter where you're watching me, that you have the best day in your life. But I always hope and I always pray that no matter where you are, that you have a sober rest of your life. And I hope you find your passion, you stick with your passion, and your passion rubs off on someone else, that somebody benefits from your passion. Like I hope somebody benefits from the messages I continuously do on these videos. Folks, a sober today promises you a better tomorrow. And may God bless you.